Shalom, Israel, giving honor and praise to the Most High God for the reading and the understanding of his word. And family, I want to wish every king, every queen, every prince, and every princess, I want to wish you a wonderful, magnificent Sabbath. And once again, thank you for bringing us in with your brother this week. And family, I'm going to ask for forgiveness right now. Before we even begin, I'm going to ask for forgiveness. Why? Because as y'all can tell, I'm very excited. I always wanted to do this lesson. I always wanted to do this and bring out the characteristics of Yahushai. Now, we have been so beaten and destroyed with the false image of who our true Savior is. And it's Yahushai. Yes, our big brother, the big black Messiah. And there was such an aggressive attack towards our people through those churches known in Christianity and all of the false denominations of it. All of it. And we were given this false representation, first and foremost, by somebody that is not even of our race, Sadi Boheria, and we're not dealing with that no more. Okay? I don't care about white Jesus. I'm going to present here to our family tonight the real Yahushai. And the only way that we can know of him, we have to know about him. And so that's what this lesson is going to be about tonight. It's going to be about Yahushai and his characteristics, all of his little idiosyncrasies and all those things. Because we have to get familiar with who our Savior is. Not who we were told our Savior was, but who our Savior actually is. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, a lot of you are going to be very, very disappointed tonight about the characteristics of Yahushai, because in Christianity, they made him to be a little punk faggot. Soft, effeminate, drugstore, cotton, soft ass nigga. And that is not Yahushai at all. At all. He is the complete opposite of what Christianity depicts. So family, please open your Bibles to the 1611 King James Version Bible with the Apocrypha. And we are about to get down on this. So we are going to be reading from Matthew chapter 16. We're going to read the entire thing. But as we go through it, we are going to be taking detours because, again, Matthew 16, let me say something about this. Matthew 16 is the perfect chapter to talk about when you want to give the description and the appearance and the characteristics of Yahushai. Because as you see, when we're going through it, there's going to be some starts and stops. But the thing is, we're going to get through it and I'm going to keep everything streamlined. And at the end of this, you'll be like, wow, that was insane. All right, so let's go ahead and start. Matthew chapter 16 and verse 1. Let's get it. The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven. So let's just start out the gate. Let me ask y'all a question. If we had to talk about who the Pharisees and Sadducees are today within Israel, will y'all please tell me in the chat who those individuals would be? I'm not going to give my opinion because people are going to think I'm trying to start trouble. I just want to see where your minds are at. Who would be the Pharisees and Sadducees today? Next. What did they want from him? If you are who you say you are, if you are him, if you the Christ, nigga, show us a sign from heaven. Give us something. The mockers and doubters and scoffers. Those are the Pharisees. And I know that all of you already know, all throughout Israel, you can find little sects of people talking about Yahushai is not real. So I'm trying to tell y'all, you better make sure that you are grilling the people who claim they are leading you. All right. Verse 2. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites. He said, you hypocrites. You hypocritical niggas, boy. O ye hypocrites. Ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the sign of the times? So he's like, look, I'm not saying I ain't playing with y'all niggas. Y'all can sit here and discern all of this. You can discern the sign of the times. You can discern when the earth is getting ready to receive a shower. You can discern the sign of the times when the sun is getting ready to set. But you don't know when the son of the Most High is standing in front of you. And you know why? They're not in the truth. My sheep know my voice. My spirit resonates with the rest of the righteous Israelites. That's what Yahweh was saying to them. It's like, I don't know y'all niggas. That's why on that day, on that final day, when Yahweh says, he looks you in your face and says, I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of iniquity, you evil niggas, get out my face. Whew. So now let me ask y'all a question. From the beginning of time, as we just read last week, from before the foundation of the earth, right? He knew us. And there were so many that he didn't know. Wow. All lifetime, from the beginning of existence, Christ is going to look at them like, I never knew you, nigga. Meaning that they were that way from the jump. All right. Verse 4. Watch what he says. Watch this. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed. So Yahweh was like, I'm not playing with y'all niggas right now. There was only one sign given. If you didn't pick up on this, then you just don't know. He said the foretelling of my coming happened with Jonas and the whale. Everybody that understood that knew I was coming. Y'all didn't understand that. You had no idea. I'm not even dealing with y'all niggas. Goodbye. Verse 3. And in the morning. No, I already read that. Excuse me. I'm an idiot. Verse 5. Excuse me. And when his disciples were come to the other side, they had forgotten to take bread. So now the story is going to start picking up here. If y'all are unfamiliar, we're about to get it. The disciples, they were terrified of Yahweh. And we're going to get it. We're going to get it. Well, let me take that. All but one. That'll come up here. But there's also something else that I want you to remember. I want you to remember Jonas. 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 Jonas is going to come back. I want you to remember Jonas, okay? I'm planting a seed. Y'all know I always do this when I plant a seed. Yes, it's going to be one of them type of lessons here tonight. Yes, definitely. All right? So now let's continue. I'm going to read verse 5 again. And when his disciples were come to the other side, they had forgotten to take bread. Now, why were they so worried about this? Watch this. Then Jesus said unto them, take heed and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees. So wait a second. They're worried about bread, right? They're like, yo, why he mad? Yo, why he mad like that? Yo, did we forget to take the bread? Yo, why he beefing? Yo, why he riffing? Yo, what's going on? Y'all got to understand, yo, Yahweh, when he entered the room, yo, he made things unsettling. And we are all going to find out why here today. I'm telling you, yo, this lesson here is magnificent. Not because of me, but because of the words that I'm bringing out. Like, got nothing to do with me. All right. I'm saying it's magnificent and everything because of the words that the Most High left for us to read. Not me. All right. Let's continue. Verse 7. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, it is because we have taken no bread. Now Yahweh is getting even more pissed because they were all right there as that went down. So what did Yahweh do? He was like, yo, y'all make sure that y'all are watching out for these niggas here, these Sadducees and these Pharisees. But they weren't picking up on what Yahweh was saying. So Yahweh is now like, oh, y'all too? Y'all too. Why is this part here so important now that Yahweh is just hanging his head and being like, ugh? Because y'all have to understand his characteristic. At this point right here in Matthew 16, he's already gone through so much. From 1 to 15, Yahushua has went through a lot. And we're going to get those things. But let's start here first, family. Please, I want you to go to the book of Luke. So now we're going to detour. Let's save this right here at Matthew chapter 16, verse 7. Let's go over to the book of Luke. Chapter 19. The book of Luke, chapter 19. Let's go down to verse 11. The book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 11. And then we're going to skip forward. Now, let's start picking up on some of the characteristics of Yahushua. Watch this. And as they heard these things, he added and spake a parable, because he was nigh to Jerusalem, and because they thought that the kingdom of God should immediately appear. Now, I need y'all to understand what's happening right here. This is telling you, this is the setup. Back then, they thought those were the last days. So the way that we are feeling now, but more, because we can actually see the evidence, they thought of the last days then because Yahushua was there. So they thought it was the last days. So y'all have to understand that atmosphere that is going on in this place. They are living just like us with the anticipation that the end is near. But that's not the case, though. Okay? Now, let's jump forward. I want you to go to verse 22, same chapter. Verse 21. Verse 21, same chapter. Why did Yahushua have to talk to people in parables? Because they were stupid. A lot of people could not understand Yahushua, so he had to talk to them like they were dumb. That's the whole purpose behind parables. All right? Luke 19, verse 21. For I feared thee, because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. Verse 22. And he saith unto him, out of thine own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant. Thou knewest that I was an austere man, taken up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. What is Yahushua saying? First and foremost, we have to look at the characteristic of Yahushua. He's reading, and this is the red writing. We're reading red writing, meaning that this is Yahushua talking. Yahushua referred to himself in the third person. Let me say that again. Yahushua referred to himself in the third person. Those are the niggas you don't play with. When you have niggas that refer to themselves in the third person, those are the niggas that you do not play with. They crazy. They crazy. Do y'all understand the definition of austere? I'm going to ask you that question one more time. Do you understand the definition of austere? Because I know a lot of y'all was like, yo, this nigga just said Christ is crazy. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. And he would agree. So what we're about to do right now, based on the definitions of what we call crazy, let's go and get the definition of austere. I'm going to get you the biblical definition and then the worldly definition. Watch this. I'm telling you right now, yo, y'all not, watch, just watch. The definition of austere. I hate when this freaking thing does this. It get on my nerves. I hear it is right here. Boom. Austere. Definition. Biblical. Harsh. Severe. Exacting. Exacting. Harsh. Severe. Exacting. Now, we're going to go further. Let's get the definition of harsh. But before we do, let's get the worldly definition of austere. Severe or strict in manner, attitude, or appearance of living conditions or a way of life having no comfort or luxuries, harsh or ascetic, having an extremely plain and simple style or appearance unadorned. Christ was a very simple, harsh, cruel, direct man. He didn't play no games. None. None. And we are about to find out. So now we are going to get the definition of harsh. Let's see what harsh means. How many times have y'all ever looked up the term harsh in the dictionary? Let's see what harsh means. Harsh. Unpleasantly rough or jarring to the senses. I'm going to read that again. Unpleasantly rough or jarring to the senses. Remember when I said earlier that when Christ walks into a room, he disturbs the room? Because Yahushua is on a different frequency. You see, Christ disrupts everything. He disrupts it all. The spiritual world, the physical world, all the way down to the molecular world. That's how great and powerful he is. And our people had the honor, gift, and pleasure to be able to walk with him on this planet. And they still rejected him. Do y'all understand what Yahushua said? He said, first and foremost, with him speaking of himself in the third person. That's why I'm trying to tell you he's crazy. I'm going to read this again. For I feared thee. He talked about himself. He said, I feared thee. For I feared thee because thou art an austere man. Thou takest up, thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. He's like, yo, first and foremost, I'm coming through taking up all y'all stuff. I'm coming through deboing all y'all, everything. And y'all know I'm this way. He said, y'all know I'm this way, and y'all niggas still want to try me. Y'all still want to test me? Yahushua knew they were scared of him. That's why I say he crazy. He knew they was petrified of him. That was just that. Now, let's go to the book of Mark, chapter 9, please. The book of Mark, chapter 9. Let's go down to verse 31. The book of Mark, chapter 9, verse 31. Let's see what that says. Let's see if there's still some more. Watch this. For he taught his disciples. So who's this talking about? Talking about the disciples, right? For he taught his disciples and said unto them, the Son of Man is delivered into the hands of men, and they shall kill him. And after that he is killed, he shall rise the third day. Remember Jonas? Remember Jonas. But we're not done with Jonas yet. Just remember Jonas. This is just a reminder of Jonas. Here it is, verse 33. Watch this. Well, excuse me, verse 32. But they understood not that saying and were afraid to ask him. Yahushua had them like, yo, you go talk to him, you go ask him. Yo, I ain't going to talk to that nigga, you go talk to him. Like, nah, I'm good. That's how they were. And I identify with that. And you know why? Because I'm the youngest out of three brothers, right? My oldest brother, me and my middle brother, Al. We would have conversations. First, let me explain something. Because I'm saying this here because my brother is a very, very, very austere man himself. And he is a very no-nonsense man. And my brother, he has those like bright green / gray / blue eyes and all that. So his look is very, very intense, and he's dark skinned. And my brother was very, very, very intimidating. And me and my brother, Al, the one in the middle, and we would have conversations like, yo, go look at that nigga's eyes. Yo, what color his eyes? If my brother's eyes were light, he was in a good mood. When they were dark, we knew that nigga was in a bad mood. Yo, don't talk to that nigga. Nope. Don't ask to go outside to go do nothing. Nope. That's how Yahushua had them. Terrified. And we know that there's men in Israel that can just give a look. Everybody understand this. Everybody, do me a favor in the comments, right? Everybody. In the chat. What does this mean? Come here. What did that just remind everybody of? Put it down there in the chat, please. All right, let's continue. So we just read Mark chapter 9:32. So we see that they were afraid of him, right? So now let's go to Matthew chapter 21 now, please. We're going to go to Matthew chapter 21. So now we're skipping forward because we are in Matthew 16. So now we're going to talk about an event that was after that. So Matthew chapter 21, let's go down to verse 12. We're going to start at verse 12 and then we're going to make a jump. Watch this. And Jesus went into the temple of God and cast out all them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers and the seats of them that sold doves, and said unto them, it is written, my house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves. So Yahushua was a table flipper. Yahushua didn't play no games at all. But before I continue that thought right there, jump down to verse 46. Let's go all the way down to verse 46 so that everybody can have an understanding of how the masses saw Yahushua before I get ready to say what I'm going to say. Matthew chapter 21, verse 46. But when they sought to lay hands on him, they feared the multitude because they took him for a prophet. And they talking about Yahushua. When Yahushua used to go walking around, just like if you was to go into a certain neighborhood, all of us that used to be out in the streets understand this. If we go into a certain neighborhood, we cool with everybody over there. And we know that there's niggas that be beefing, that be trying to run up on cats, right? What we do? Nah, yo, he good. He good. Yahushua was like that everywhere he went. It was like, yo, him right there? Yeah, nah. Don't deal with that nigga. Not him. Not him. Not him. Unless you want to eat your own teeth, don't deal with him. So let's go back to verse 12. And Jesus went into the temple of God and cast out all of them that sold and bought in the temple. So what were they doing? They was out there selling and doing things in the temple that they were not supposed to be doing. And overthrew the tables of the money changers. Now, most people, they will just... Do y'all know it took, and tell me if I'm lying, that furniture from the 70s, it took two niggas to lift that. It takes a whole team of niggas to lift up one television from the 70s. Do you understand the type of ancient furniture and the actual wood that they were using back then? When they put those ancient artifacts in museums, they have to put them on platforms because it will break the floor. And Yahushua was going through and flipping them damn things over. Yahushua was flipping them ancient tables over. Baby, let me tell you something. Do you understand the type of man that Yahushua and the strength that he had? Let's go now to John chapter 2. Let's go to John chapter 2. And I really hope that y'all are picking up on this and y'all are seeing the characteristic of Yahushua and y'all see that he was not the man to play with. John chapter 2, let's go down to verse 15. Let's get some more about Yahushua. Watch this. And when he had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple, and the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the changers' money, and overthrew the tables, and said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence, not make my father's house a house of merchandise. So what happened? Yahushua, not only was he flipping tables, he went and grabbed some cords and made a whip and was whooping niggas' ass. He was beating them niggas. Not only beating the niggas, but he was beating the animals too. Wow, get your little asses out of here. He was wearing them niggas out. He beat the animals. Let the ASPCA have something to say about that. Yahushua put his foot in the ass of the money changers and even the animals. He said even the animals were guilty. Even the damn doves were guilty. Insane. Absolutely insane. That's our big bro. That's our big brother. So now that was there. Now let's go to John chapter 4. Let's go now down to John chapter 4. And family, I am going to have the best time reading this one. This here, I have to probably say, is my favorite story in all of the scriptures, because this right here shows how Yahweh Shai truly is. This is the definitive explanation to how our big brother truly is. Yahweh Shai was that dude. He was that dude. I take pleasure in this story. Watch this, family. John chapter 4, verse 6. Now, Jacob's well was there. We all know who Jacob is. That's the forefather of the Israelites, our grandfather. Jesus, therefore, being wearied with his journey, sat thus on the well, and it was about the 6th hour. So what happened? So Jesus went through going out, teaching, doing all these things, right? He's tired. But he did something here. He did something. I'm about to tell y'all this story in a way that you never heard it before, because Christianity, I never told you about this like this. So Yahweh Shai went and just posted up on the well. Watch what he does next. There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water, plant the seed. So this woman came up to draw water. So you can only draw water with a bucket or something like that, right? Okay. Jesus saith unto her, here's Mr. Austere. Watch this. Give me the drink. In other words, yo, go get me something to drink. Give me something to drink. There was no, please, ma'am, may you get me something to drink? He said, yo, look at this sister. Go get me a drink. Watch what she does. Watch this. Verse 8. Pay attention. For his disciples were gone away unto the city to buy meat. Verse 9. Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, how is it? I gotta get in attitude mode. Hold up. Let me do this here, because this is a sister. Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, how is it that thou, being a Jew, asketh drink of me? How is it that you're a Jew and you ask to drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. So wait a second. So now here you have this uppity ass sister that looked at Yahweh Shai and was like, who you talking to? You a Jew. We don't mess with y'all. Us Samaritans don't mess with y'all Jews. What is a Jew? What is a Jew? A Jew is short for Judah, the men of the kingdom of Judah. Black men. Even all the way back then, sisters were still talking shit about black men, even all the way back then. Not only was she talking shit about black men, she was talking shit to Yahweh Shai. Sisters, come on. Woo! Her attitude, watch Yahweh Shai. Jesus answered and said unto her, if thou knewest the gift of God, and who it is that saith to thee, give me to drink, thou wouldest have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. So now we got to talk about this, because Yahweh Shai, like, first and foremost, because he about to dig a high ass. He's like, first and foremost, if you knew who was standing in front of you, I wouldn't be asking you for nothing. You'd be asking me for everything if you knew who you was talking to. Watch what she says. The woman saith unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water? She's a smart ass. So she's sitting there because she's looking at him. Like, nigga, you don't got no, why are you standing at the well for, nigga? Why you over here? Why you minding my business? You don't got nothing to draw it. Where your bucket at, nigga? Why you up in my business? Smart ass sister. But now I got to put y'all into something real quick before we continue this. Why did Yahushua stop there? There's also something else that I purposely read over, didn't pay any attention. Let's go back really quick. Go to verse 8. Go to verse 8. For his disciples were gone away onto the city to buy meat. Yahushua did that. He sent the disciples off. Y'all go. Sat there, waited, posted up for the sister. Let me talk to your ass real quick. Oh, y'all about to find out why. Y'all about to find out why. Watch this. Verse 12. Watch what she says, a little smart ass. Art thou greater than our father Jacob? Art thou greater than our father Jacob? So wait a second now. That's how you know this is a black woman. Sister. She just acknowledged she's an Israelite. Our father Jacob. Our father Jacob. Y'all have to understand something. They all knew who they were. That's why she called him a Jew. A Jew. What was going on during that time? Yahushua, they were in captivity under the Romans. So to be a Jew meant to be a disgrace because we were no longer in rulership. So she's looking at that. She's sitting there. She's looking at Yahushua and looking at him as another busted ass black man. Y'all niggas fell from grace. What you standing over here talking to me for? I'm a Samaritan. You a Jew. Being bywords by our own people. And she's sitting there talking all the trash in the world. Watch this. I got to read this here one more time. Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well? This is ours. I could drink from it too. And drank thereof himself and his children and his cattle. So you're like, yo, so first and foremost, our grandfather gave us everything, nigga. So what you coming over here trying to talk to me? Talk about give you something to drink. She don't know who he is, though. She don't know who he is. That's why I tell y'all all the time, yo, do not be treating your brother and sister horribly, yo. Don't do that. All he asked you, like, yo, go give me some, yo, give me some water. That's all he said, was give me some water. But she understood, though, at that time, they are a fallen, disgraced people. We don't know that because, remember, we are the people after slavery. Slavery was the event that erased everything from our minds as to who we are. That's why slavery is so important in this book. It was the reset. But we are prior slavery, colonial slavery. We're prior that. She understands who she is. She understands who he is. And she uppity. She like, yo, nigga, I'm still a queen, nigga. I'm still a queen, yo. Y'all Judites, yo. Y'all niggas screwed up. I'm a Samaritan. I'm better than you. Watch this. Jesus answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. So in other words, yeah, I'm greater than Jacob. Heifer. Yes, I am. Watch. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst again. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. So he's like, you fool, he's like, you stupid. He said, because if you understood who I was, guess what? You would have had everlasting life, chick. But your smart ass mouth. Oh, that ain't happening right now. This is an argument that they having. Because a little stank ass uppity sister or whatnot talking shit about a black man. Let's continue. The woman saith unto him, watch a little smart mouth. Sir, give me this water. Give me this water. Since you got it, give me this water. That I thirst not, neither come hither to draw. She was like, I came over here to mind my business, nigga. You got up in my business with your no bucket having ass. That's what's happening right now. What? Jesus saith unto her. Jesus saith unto her, go, call thy husband and come hither. He said, yeah. He said, oh, for real? All right, yeah. Go call your husband. Go call your husband, chick. Watch what she says. Watch. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. I have no husband. Jesus said unto her, thou hast well said, I have no husband. He's like, you damn right. You damn right you don't got no husband. Yeah, you ain't, you. In other words, Yahweh Shai is like, yeah, bitch, you ain't lying. Your ass ain't lying right now. Watch next. For thou hast had 5 husbands. For thou hast had 5 husbands, and he whom thou now has is not thy husband. In that saidest thou truly. So, if we had to speed this up to today's language, what did Yahweh Shai say about her? He called her a hoe. Yeah, he's like, yeah, you hoe. You hoe. Call her a hoe. He's like, you damn right that ain't your husband's. She tried to get sideways with him, her little uppity ass, and he called her a hoe. That's our big brother. You damn right. That's that austere brother. Where all y'all, some of y'all, not all y'all, some of y'all be sitting there talking about, you know, when y'all look at me and be talking about, you know, why you talk like that? Why you talk like that? Yahweh Shai was way worse than me. Way worse. That's the austere man. That's right. All of that. All of that bundled up. Woo! Now, family. Now I want you to go to John chapter 18. Let's go to verse 1. I want y'all now to see just how, as a matter of fact, let's hold this. Not yet. Let's go back. Let's hold that. Let's go back to Matthew chapter 16. Being that we just ended on that. We'll come back. I promise. Matthew chapter 16, verse 7. Now that we have the understanding of this austere Yahweh Shai, verse 7. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, it is because we have taken no bread. They thought Yahweh Shai was going to be mad at them because they didn't take the bread. That's how panicked they were. Always wondering whether or not as if they're doing anything wrong. Watch what Yahweh Shai says. Which when Jesus perceived, he said unto them, O ye little faith, why reason ye among yourselves because ye have brought no bread? He's like, why y'all niggas talk about I'm upset or whatever because y'all didn't bring no damn bread? Watch this. Do ye not understand? Neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000 and how many baskets he took up? Neither the 7 loaves of the 4,000 and how many baskets he took up? And Yahweh Shai just like, yo, come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all niggas asking about bread? And y'all know that I can make it stretch like that? Y'all saw that miracle? Y'all niggas really think? Aren't you getting frustrated just listening to it? Verse 11. How is it that ye do not understand that I spake it not to you concerning bread, that ye should be aware or beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees? He's like, where y'all niggas discernment at? These are false niggas out here. I'm telling y'all to be very mindful and wareful and wearing of these niggas here, and y'all niggas talking about bread. You have to understand Yahushai's mindset, yo. He was walking amongst the people and they knew him not. He was performing miracles in front of the disciples and they still had no idea. They had no idea. But it's all going to make sense here in just a little bit. Let's continue. Verse 12. Then understood they how he bade them not beware of the leaven of bread, but of the doctrine of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees. So I asked y'all a question earlier. If it had to be updated today, who would they be? It's these camp niggas and these other false teachers bringing out these false doctrines. Nothing has ever changed. There's nothing new under the sun. They were dealing with it back then, just how we dealing with it today. And what do many people do? Y'all seen them. They all the videos and everything they made about me. I'm a false prophet and all that. And the only thing I'm doing is telling everybody to keep the commandments. Keep the commandments. Keep the commandments. No false doctrines. No nothing. Keep the commandments. And yet, and they make fun of me and they I'm telling y'all, it's the same thing. Let's continue. Verse 13. When Jesus came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? He's like, yo, who niggas say I am? So now that everybody's sitting down and chilling, he's like, yo, who do niggas say I am? And they said, some say thou art John the Baptist. And we know that can't be true because they were alive at the same time. Some say Elias, but we all know that ain't the case because Elijah was John the Baptist. And others, Jeremiah or one of the prophets. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Why are they saying this here? Because they all understood that it's about regeneration. They all understood that we die and come back. We die and come back. They had that understanding. They all knew that. And we talked about that in many lessons. They all knew that. They all understood it. But remember, we're on this side of slavery. We didn't understand that. But they knew. All right, let's continue. Verse 15, he saith unto them, but whom say ye that I am? So you're like, all right, so yeah, them niggas say all that or whatever, but now he talking to his people. He said, yo, who do y'all say I am? Which is the one that answers? Look at the one who answers. And Simon Peter answered and said, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. That's Peter. Now, we went over this many times before. Peter, that's his mans, and that's Yahushai's mans and them. That's his right hand. And we're about to get deep into Peter right now, too. Because Peter is a very, very integral part of us that people don't bring out. But it was Peter. It was his right hand that answered him. And Jesus answered and said unto him, blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah. Now, you got to stop there for a second. Simon Bar-Jonah. Now, it just said previously, Simon Peter. Simon called Peter. And we'll get that there in a minute. But it also gave Peter another name. Why does Peter have so many names? So let's break down this one here. First and foremost, you are about to understand the relationship between Simon and Yahushai. You see, the way Christianity teaches this here was that Christ just walked up to people. He just walked right up and was like, hey, I am who I am. Yo, come follow me. And people just left and just got up and did that. And there's something I want to do here in a little bit. We're going to get into that there too. Just planting seeds, family. Just planting seeds. And as we look at this right here, Simon Bar-Jonah. I'm telling you right now, Yahushua knew Peter from when he was young. How do we know that? Bar-Jonah. Bar in Aramaic means son. Peter's father's name is Jonas. Remember Jonas, remember Jonas, remember Jonas, remember Jonas, remember Jonas, remember Jonas, remember Jonas. Peter's father's name is Jonas. So as the foretelling of the coming of Christ was, who did it come through? Jonas' son Peter. The one to be right there next to Yahushua as all of this went down. His protector. The Most High sent Peter as Yahushua's protector. And we're going to find out about that here in a second. Let's continue. And Jesus answered and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah. How did Yahushua know Peter's father's name? Let's make this real simple. You know when you're young and you have friends or whatever, right? Now, there'll be some friends that you have and you know that friend's last name and you'll call their mother and their father by their last name. Hey, Mr. Jones or Miss Jones, how you doing, right? But let's just say, for instance, you have another friend and you have a close relationship with that friend. When you see their parents, it is not, hi, Mr. Jones or Mrs. Jones. It is, hello, Mr. Michael or hello, Miss Valerie. Why? Because it's personal. Yahushua knew Peter's father's first name. That's his man. That's his friend. They have that bond. That's why it tells us that. That's why it was so descriptive to let us know that Yahushua knew Peter's father's first name because they are close. It's his childhood friend. All right, let's go back. Where we at? Let me leave off at right here. Let's go back to Matthew 16. Let's go back down. Where we at? Verse. There we are, right there. All right, let's continue. And Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus answered and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood. Listen close. For flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. Revealed what? Revealed what? His name. His name. Why did Yahushua want Peter to understand that it did not come from man, that it came from the Most High? What does Peter mean? Rock. Peter means rock. That is the literal translation from the Greek, because it's Petros. The rock in Greek means Petros. So, what is so significant about that? We have to go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 56. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 56. Let's go down to verse 5 so you can see. The book of Isaiah, chapter 56, verse 5. Here it is. Even unto them will I give in mine house and within my walls a place and a name, better than of sons and of daughters. I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off. That shall not be cut off. Okay. Now let's go to chapter 62. Same book, Isaiah. Go to chapter 62. Let's go down to verse 1. Let's start at verse 1. Let's see what's talking about. Watch this. For Zion's sake, For Zion's sake will I not hold my peace. For Jerusalem's sake I will not rest until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness, and the salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth. So just talk about the Israelites. Verse 2, and the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness, not theirs, ours. And this is what it's talking about. It's like, yo, those Gentiles are going to see exactly who y'all are. And all the kings thy glory, and thou shalt be called by a new name, which the mouth of the Lord shall name. The mouth of the Lord shall name. Thou shalt also be a crown of glory in the hand of the Lord, and a royal diadem in the hand of thy God, and a royal diadem, and a royal diadem. And that's why we the royal family, baby. I am keeping it close to the chest. All of this is biblical. Everything that we do about this family is biblical. I don't have to come up with no other false name or anything like that. I kept it simple. We are the royal family because we are the royal family. Yep. So all that right there, right? Y'all see that? Now let's go back. Let me get a drink real quick. Yep. For those of you that damn get problems with the way I drink. So let's go back. So what happened to Simon? Yahushua made it clear, first and foremost, this ain't coming from me. This ain't coming from no other man. This is coming from the Most High. This is coming from the Father. Peter got his name first. And his name is Rock. That's his name. His name is Rock. Why is it saying that? Let's continue reading. Verse 18. And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. What is the Most High telling Peter? He's like, yo, it's going to be through you, my man. You're going to be the one down there to help get them right. All of your brothers and sisters, they're going to be characterized by you. Why? What was Peter's problem? Focus. What's our problem? Focus. Why can't we focus? After slavery, we don't know who we are. Peter had two instances where he couldn't focus. First and foremost, when he was walking with Yahushua, where he stepped out of the boat. And then the one that we're going to get here in just a bit. I'm going to bring it back up about the focus. Okay, so let's continue. And I will give thee the keys to the kingdom. What is that? What are the keys to the kingdom? Revelation chapter 22, verse 14 are the keys to the kingdom. And I will give thee unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever shall be loose on earth shall be loose in heaven. Y'all gotta understand this. What happens here happens up there too. What happens up there happens here too. Symbiotic. It's a symbiotic relationship. Okay? So that's very important because you have to see the importance of Peter, the importance of this man, and why Peter was so important to all of this. So important that the Most High said, I'm going to give you your name now. You haven't got to wait. I'm going to give you yours now. Rock. So now we're going to go to John 18. Family, please go to the book of John, chapter 18. We're going to start at verse 1. Because now y'all got to see this. Y'all got to see this truth as it builds. When Jesus had spoken these words, he went forth with his disciples over the brook Cedron, where was a garden into which he entered, and his disciples. And Judas also, which betrayed him, knew the place, for Jesus oft times resorted thither with his disciples. Judas then received a band of men and officers from the chief priests and Pharisees, cometh thither with lanterns and torches and weapons. So, what happened? Judas is setting up Yahushua. Verse 4. Jesus, therefore, knowing all things that should come upon him, went forth and said unto them, whom seek ye? Now we about to get back into the characteristics of Yahushua. He's like, first and foremost, Yahushua already know everything that's going on. So he's asking a redundant question. Who y'all niggas came for? Who y'all coming looking for? As you see, he's talking to them. No fear. Watch this. They answered him, Jesus of Nazareth, because remember, they don't know. They don't know who he is. Judas had to show them who Jesus was. They answered him, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus saith unto them, I am he. Let's just see what happens immediately after. And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with them. As soon then as he said unto them, I am he, they went backwards and fell to the ground. That right there should tell you everything about Yahushua. They went to get him and they was like, oh, hell nah, not this nigga. No, y'all did not send us out here. Who they send? They sent niggas to go get Yahushua. The white boys, they was like, we not going to get that nigga. Y'all go get that big nigga. We ain't going to get him. Y'all go get him. Y'all want him dead? Y'all go get him. And made niggas go get him. Like, y'all want him dead so bad, y'all go get him. We'll kill him, but go get him. Them white boys were terrified. They were like, we ain't going up against him. You out your damn mind. We ain't going to mess with that big nigga. You crazy as hell. Watch this. So they all backed off. They didn't want that smoke. They didn't want it. Then asked he them again, who seek ye? And they said, Jesus of Nazareth. And it was hoping the second time around, we came looking for Jesus. Please don't be Jesus. Please don't be him. Please don't be him. Jesus answered, I have told you that I am he. If therefore ye seek me, let these go their way. He's like, now, I already told y'all niggas is me. Y'all don't need them. So guess what? Y'all don't need them. If y'all niggas came for me, then come for me then. They scared. They on the floor. He's talking to them while they on the ground. Jesus answered, I have told you that I am he. If therefore ye seek me, let these go their way. That the saying might be fulfilled, which he spake of them, which gavest me have I lost none. So y'all niggas know this is what it is. It's that time. It's that time. Yeah, it's me. What now? What? Watch this, family. Watch this. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it and smote the high priest's servant and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus. Peter was Yahushua's protection. I wanted to get this here first because we'll be getting ready to read here in a little bit. What Peter do? They came up to confront Yahushua. Peter without even thinking twice. Nigga, what? Cut that nigga ear right off. Right off. Rock. And the Most High sent Peter, like, yo, go down there, go deal with your brother. Go take care of him. Don't let nothing happen to him. That's their relationship. That's their relationship. All right, let's continue. Then said Jesus unto Peter, put your sword away. Put up thy sword into thy sheath. The cup which my Father have given me, shall I not drink it? He like, yo, Peter, stop. He didn't scold Peter. He said, yo, Peter, he's like, yo, just chill, yo, go ahead, yo, just chill. I got it. This has to happen. This is my cup. I got to drink it. I'm good. I'm good. Let them do what they got to do. This is it. This is the time. This is the time. Let me go with them. They can't take them. Like, yo, let me go with them. Peter was ready for murder. Peter was ready for blood. Y'all got to understand. Remember the mindset. They thought it was the last days then. They were ready to give it all up. All of it. But Yahweh was like, yeah, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. All right. So now let's go ahead and go back right now. Matthew chapter 16. And we are at verse, where we at? All right, right there, verse 20. Then charged he his disciples that they should tell no man that he was Jesus the Christ. Don't tell no man. Yahushua made them say, don't look. He wasn't looking for fame. He said, don't tell nobody who I am, nigga. Don't tell nobody. Why? Because he always wanted to make sure that people, if they knew him, that they knew his voice, they knew who he was. If they did, then he knew who were the righteous ones from who wasn't. Like, don't tell nobody. Let them niggas figure it out. Now, where does this take us back to? This takes us back earlier in the chapter. Do y'all remember when Yahushua sent the disciples away? Do y'all remember when he sent them away? You know why he did? You know why he did? They was all bone in the chick. She was sleeping with them niggas, yo. She was the neighborhood hoe. She was the neighborhood hoe. And Christ had to check her. But he loved his brothers so much that he was like, I'm going to send y'all niggas off while I talk to her real quick. Although Yahushua was austere, he still loved his brothers that much to where he's like, I'm not going to embarrass y'all. I'm going to deal with her and get her out the way or whatnot. Now y'all niggas got to come back and let me tell y'all what's going on right now. I'm him. I'm him. I'm the Christ. I'm that nigga. Can y'all imagine what was going through their minds at that very moment? Because remember, they know it's the last days. They knew that the last days were coming and that Yahushua was going to be there, but he had to let them know. He's like, yeah, but the time is not now. It ain't yet. So let's continue. All right. So now we got that. Let's go. So we got everything. So we are going to read verse 21. From that time forth began Jesus to show unto his disciples how that he must go unto Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes and be killed and be raised again the third day. Jonas. Again, like we had to plant that seed earlier. And who's at his right side? Peter. What's his pop's name? Peter's pop's name is Jonas. Showing you right there. That's Peter with his protection. Peter was Yahushua's protection. So now Yahushua is letting them know, yes, it's me. I'm the Christ. I'm that dude. And they're going to kill me. And Jonas stayed in the belly of the whale for 3 days. So now y'all got to understand how Peter was looking at him. He's like, yo, my pop's name was Jonas. So now Peter just received this revelation. All these different things that was going on with Peter. You know, he was like, yo, the thing out at the sea says to Peter's understanding who he is, just like us. When we come to the revelation of who we are. At that moment, Peter had the revelation. I'm that nigga too. Just like all of you know, I'm that nigga too. I'm an Israelite. I got the same powers as Peter. The very same thing that he did, I can do. Because I'm a God. And I can defy the elements. Yep. That's why Peter is so important to us. The right hand to Yahushua. Wow. Let's continue. Now watch. As Yahushua is sitting there telling all the disciples that he's going to be killed. Peter being his protection. Watch what Peter does. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, "Be it far from thee, Lord, this shall not be unto thee." This is why I read John 18 first, because I wanted y'all to see the characteristic of Peter. Peter did not play. So you got to understand what's happening right here. So Yahushua is telling everybody, like, yo, they're going to kill me. And Peter's like, what? So you got to understand what it says. It said that Peter took him. We understood the type of dude that Jesus is. Jesus is a no-nonsense ass man. So you got to understand what Peter is. Peter took him, meaning that Peter grabbed Yahushua. This is his best friend. This is his man since they were little. So Peter was like, yo, nigga, what? Yo, hold up. Nigga, what you talking about? I'm right here. Ain't nothing like that happening with me. I'm right here. What you talking about? Peter took that personal. Y'all got to understand. Peter was mad that Yahushua said that. He like, yo, nigga, you don't know who I am? As many niggas that we done ran down. Y'all got to understand the dynamic. You got to get Christianity out of your mind. Christianity got you thinking like they talking, Yahushua. Never. No, that's not how that conversation went. It said Peter grabbed him. He took him and started rebuking him like, nigga, what's wrong with you? This is why the next part is so important. Again, you have to understand the love. Even though Yahushua was an austere man, you have to understand the love that Yahushua did. Watch this. Watch this. But he turned and said unto Peter. So now remember, he already got him yoked up. Why did Jesus turn? Let me finish it out. But he turned and said unto Peter, "Get behind me, Satan. Thou art an offense to me, for thou savorest not the things that be of God, but those that be of men." So y'all got to understand this whole scenario, because I'm sure nobody ever pulled this out. So Peter went to Yahushua and he was saying, Yahushua sitting there telling him what's going to happen. And Peter's getting mad and Peter's all pissed off because he's like, yo, what you trying to say? Yo, I'm a punk, nigga? Yo, what you talking about? And what did Yahushua do? Go with me. He turned, pulled off. But what did Yahushua say? It wasn't Peter. Who he do that to? Behind me, Satan. Why did Yahushua turn his back? Because he never wanted to look his brother in the eye and call him Satan, because he knew who it was. Yahushua knew and understood that Satan was sitting right there ready and waiting. Why? Because when you go back to Job 2, Yahushua was there. So was Satan. When Satan went back up to Jacob's ladder and the Most High punked him, like, nigga, where you been at? And what Satan say? I was just going to and fro, doing everything that you told me. But Satan had an attitude. Because what he do, he was like, yeah, he's talking to Job. He said, you see all that or whatever? You see all that you do down there for Job, right? He said, the only reason why that he loved you like that, because you give him every damn thing. What did what did the Most High say to Satan? He was like, okay, well then go down there and go mess with him then. Go. So this is round 2 with Satan. Because now Satan is like, all right. You got me with Job. So remember, Satan's mad. He's like, all right, but I'm going to get your son next. Now I'm going to get your son. The Most High is like, nigga, please, go ahead. Like, nigga, you a fool. You know good and damn well. Did Satan not go and grab up Yahushua and took him up to the mountain? Did he not do that? Yes, he did. And what did he tell Yahushua? He was like, yo, listen. You know I know everything that's getting ready to happen to you. You know right now this world belongs to me. This is all mine. All this is mine. And you know the ass whooping you about to take. Listen, yo, you don't got to go through none of that. You don't got to take none of that. You don't got to take not one ass whooping. The only thing that you got to do is just be like, yo, let me bow to you. And Satan would have done it. He would have gave the world to Yahushua. He would have given the world to Yahushua. He would have gave it to him. But what would have happened though? Yeah, Satan would have went right back up to the Most High. Like I told you. That was going for round 2. This was personal. So what was going on during this time? You got to lay this out. This is why you have to really take your time and read the Bible and understand it for biblical comprehension. What's going on right now? Here you have Yahushua and Peter in this tense situation right now. It's tense. So y'all know just as well as I do, you can have a best friend, right? But if something was to go sideways, there's that animosity that never really goes away. So now here you have Peter sitting there talking to Yahushua, right? You got Peter in this situation, but you got Satan right here. You got Satan right here, just sitting waiting. Remember, Satan, what is he? He is a lion, right? He's just crouching, just waiting, right? Just waiting. He's sitting there, and he's watching these two, and he's right there, right beside Yahushua. He's like, yep, he's gonna slip. Not Yahushua, Peter. He's like, yep, Peter's gonna slip. He's gonna slip. That nigga mad. He mad. So you already know if you have a problem with your best friend and that little animosity starts, and then, it just starts to brew and more, and, y'all went ahead and y'all deaded it or whatever, but it's still there. It's just still sitting right there in the back of your neck. And you's like, and another situation's come up, and that comes right back to your memory, right? And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna say something to this nigga today, or I'm gonna say something to this bitch today, because, I've been wanting to say this for however long. And then right before it get there, Yahushua turned his back. Because Satan was right there ready. Right there and waiting. And as soon as Peter went and grabbed him because he was angry, he lost focus. Again. And he was angry. And so he snatched Yahushua up. And right in between the snatch and Yahushua turning around, Satan got right up in there. Boom, he got right up in there. You have to keep the full armor of God on. If you don't, that bastard is always sitting there waiting for the opportunity. And he did it just between Yahushua and Peter. It didn't matter that this event just took place where the Most High gave Peter his name. And Satan attacked him immediately. He didn't even wait. He was right there. And Yahushua turned his back. Get behind me, Satan. He's like, you can't have my brother, nigga. That's my brother. That's my best friend, nigga. You can't have him. Yahushua beat Satan again. So you know Satan is pissed. Let's continue. Verse 24. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself. If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever, we all know about that term, that's Israel. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. So he's like, yo, if y'all niggas want to be out there in the world, that's your life. And it's the end of your life. But if you drop all that nonsense in the world and come kick it with me, we good. Life everlasting. Life everlasting. Verse 26, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Like all these artists, entertainers, all these people out here. We just talked about Will Smith on Sunday. That's exactly what Yahushua was talking about. You didn't think they were doing the same thing then? The very same thing then. Nothing changed. Who was willing to give up their soul for this world? And Yahushua was like, y'all niggas are stupid. Y'all niggas are dumb. Let's continue. For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then shall reward every man according to his work. So Yahweh Shai let them know, it's like, yeah, we coming back with the angels. I'm going to be coming back with your brothers. And we're going to tear all this up. And the only ones that's not going to die are the righteous. Verse 28, verily I say unto you, there be some standing here. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Whew. Even Yahweh Shai letting everybody know, again, regeneration. He said there's some standing there at that very moment that will never see death. Why? Because first and foremost, there's going to come a time on this planet when our bodies are going to change and we will not see death. We won't see it. There's going to be a time on this planet when the unrighteous will go straight from life to fire. That's what he's talking about. And he was saying some of them that was standing right there at that moment was going to straight in the fire. Why? Because Yahweh Shai understands that we are eternal beings. You see, when we die, all we do is sleep. Death and die are not the two same things. Because, for instance, right? Let's just say my phone died. Let's just say my phone died, right? If I go ahead and charge my phone back up, what's going to happen? It has life again. But if I say my phone has met its death, I mean, that thing ain't turning back on. There's a difference between the two. So when we die, we just sleep until we wake back up again with a new set of eyes, because we are somebody down that generational line. Different eyes, same spirit. I was here before. I came out of my daddy's nuts. Which means that my daddy probably came out of my nuts one day. That same cycle going all the way back, all the way back, all the way back, all the way back. We're regenerated creatures. All of us. Yahweh Shai understood that. All of the disciples understood that. And that is why it is so freaking... It boggles me. It blows my mind how Christianity has destroyed our people. But it is so freaking important and necessary for us to understand who we are. First, before we can understand who we are, we have to know who our Savior is. And that is why it was so important for me to bring this out here tonight, so that y'all can understand when I get turned up, don't be mad. Don't get upset when I get turned up, because my big brother did it. You better believe it. So family, I know I have taken up so much of y'all time. I truly hope that y'all gathered something from this that you could take back and chew on it and do your own research. But I'm not going to bother y'all no more, family. I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Sabbath. And just remember, tune in this Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time to TRF News. And yes, another shameful plug for our other show. All right, family, I love y'all. Love each other. Bank on seeing each other in the kingdom very, very soon.